As I was beginning this research on Mary, I was pretty frustrated, not because of what I just told you, but because I couldn't seem to find this connection with Mary. You see, Pastor Mark assigned Mary Magdalene to me. I didn't pick her. And so I thought, what am I going to say about Mary Magdalene? I don't feel any intimacy with her. I don't know what to say. I mean, I know why she's important to our story.
She said what? She didn't know what to say. She was having a tough time, right? She was having difficulty focusing and to connect with the story of Mary Magdalene, right? Now, as she was going through this, and in some ways I can relate a little bit, but I go to the source. I said, Lord, I know there's a message there for your people, right? Show me, speak through me, teach me what to say, right? I go to the source. I go to Jesus. Do you think that's where she went as she was struggling? Where do you think she went to? Notice.
As I was beginning this research on Mary, I was pretty frustrated, not because of what I just told you, but because I couldn't seem to find this connection with Mary. You see, Pastor Mark assigned Mary Magdalene to me. I didn't pick her. And so I thought, what am I going to say about Mary Magdalene? I don't feel any intimacy with her. I don't know what to say. I mean, I know why she's important to our story. And I was just really stressing out, and I was thinking, I need to back out of this. I can't do this. If I can't make it personal, I can't do this. And then I happened to be listening to an interview. I listened to an interview with Father James Martin. He's a Jesuit priest and author. And he talked about something called Ignatius contemplation. Ignatius contemplation is where you pray and then you imagine yourself in a scene of Scripture. And what you do with that is that as you imagine yourself, the hope is that some different kind of emotion or some different aspect of that story is going to be revealed to you as you're in that very intimate space of imagining it. And so I heard this and I thought, why not? Let's do this. So one morning I woke up really early before the family and I went in the living room and I sat in my little reading chair and I prayed. And then I read John chapter 11 and I imagined myself in this scene.
She imagined herself in the scene. Where was her source? Where did she go to? To a Jesuit. She went to a... Now, this was said at PUC, on the pulpit of a Seventh-day Adventist. No outcry, brothers and sisters. No outcry. She went to a Jesuit for inspiration. This is Jacksonville First Seventh-day Adventist Church. And the gentleman on the left here with this lady, that is his wife, that is Pastor Jonathan Pejinado. And it describes his background, where he studies, where he gets his theology. Now, he is the pastor of Jackson First Seventh-day Adventist Church. Now, what I'm about to share with you, after watching some of his videos, I had to check to make sure that is he really an Adventist pastor at that church. I had to make sure I did my own research. Someone sent this to me, but I had to do my own research to find out someone sent the video, one of his videos to me, but I had to do my own research to find out if this man is really a Seventh-day Adventist pastor based on the videos that I've watched of him. Wow. I had to make sure because I could not believe what I was seeing and hearing. Now, let me share with you a video that one of his videos on YouTube, on the screen. Look, it says here, what's the title of the video? Adventists observing, what's the word? Lent, with a question mark. And here is the name of the church there. And this was published March 13th, 2019. Now, here is the video of him talking about it.
Hey guys, so last week we were at Whole Foods Market and we saw quite a few people walking around with something on their forehead.
You see that?
And my wife asked me, is today Ash Wednesday? And sure enough, it was. What is Ash Wednesday? Ash Wednesday is the first day that marks a 40-day period known in the Christian calendar as Lent. Lent is a time when individuals decide to practice prayer, meditation, fasting, abstinence, and penitence. And you know what? I don't think that's such a bad thing. In fact, when I look at Scripture and the teaching of Jesus, I see a clear call towards self-denial, simplicity, and seasons of consecration. And so for the last few years, I've decided to observe Lent in my own way, and I'm extending an invitation to you to join me in that journey these next 40 days.
So he's sending an invitation to you to join him in what? In keeping Lent. No difference between them, us, and Catholicism, right? Where did we read something like that a couple Sabbaths ago? In Ezekiel chapter 8, right? Weeping for Tammuz. It's the same leaders, the 25 elders, bowing. Now, keep in mind, he's been doing this, as he said in the video, for years. He's been doing this for years. And he's the current pastor. He's not a retired pastor. He's still a pastor at that church, Jacksonville First Seventh-day Adventists. And he's celebrating Lent. And he's making public video about it. There's nothing wrong with celebrating Lent. There's nothing wrong weeping for Tammuz. Where's the outcry? Where's the general conference? Where's Ted Wilson about this? No, they can't say anything about it because they are Babylon. The General Conference of Seventh Adventists. They are part of Babylon. Now, I'm going to share with you another video. Same pastor again, but notice, this time, you see that? Adventures in where? Vatican City. That's him there.
Hey guys, our European travels have brought us to Italy, and I'm currently standing in St. Peter's Square in Vatican City. In fact, this morning we had a general audience with the Pope.
We had what?
And I have many insights to share with you, but I won't do it now. You'll have to wait till I return to worship with you on Sabbath, June 17. So be sure you don't miss Sabbath, June 17. We will be back with you, and we'll be sharing the many insights that we gleaned from spending time here in Vatican City and with the Pope. In the meantime, remember that we love you, we miss you, and we'll see you soon. God bless.
This is a message to his congregation. So there's nothing wrong with going to the Vatican, worshiping with the Pope. Do you see it? This is not something that that's his private videos and things like that. These are messages that he published because those messages are being published under the church YouTube account. That's under the church. This is not his private YouTube account. This is under the church YouTube account. This is how the church is being, and then everybody just sit back and that Jesuit, that we can listen to a Jesuit priest in spiritualism before we go and preach a sermon. And we can go to the Vatican, meet with the Pope, and then invite our church members to also celebrate Lent as well.